saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the heart of Texas and the spectacular AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Dallas Cowboys. We welcome you, Mike Tirico, alongside Greg Olson, the kicker, Brandon Aubrey. Set for the start, and off we go from Arlington. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25. First play, and McCarthy to throw. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. And I don't think he got there. Racked up the line of scrimmage, and now you're looking at third down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up third.
They're going to try to run here with Gibbs. And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick fourth down.
A loss of a yard.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing second and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. It brings up fourth down.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, here's McCarthy. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on fourth and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
Turnover on down.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. From 31, here's second and 6.
At the 31-yard line.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
He'll try to do this himself.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
Ready. Look wide. Get this one complete. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
He pulls it in around the 5. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. What a season it has been. He's at 28 touchdowns now for the year.
The kick is good.
So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. To throw is McCarthy. Here's a screen set up for Gibbs.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a 1st down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Cowboys.
Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
1 quarter in the books. The Saints out on top.
1st and 10
Back
at the
to Arlington
47-yard line.
in a moment. On to the 2nd quarter. Cowboys possess the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Finds an alley to the 35. And he will get into the end zone. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown Cowboys. That gives him 14 touchdowns for the year.
And that's one of the best elements of this run game is just how explosive they can be. And it has felt like they've been on the verge of breaking one a few times here, Mike, and then they finally make it happen here. Catch the end zone, 1st time today.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2.
The Cowboys will line up for the 2-point.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That is incomplete. They were trying to take the lead, but they're going to remain down by a point. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Cup 19! Let's go now.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And left side. It's caught. That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line. A big play to kick off this drive. Pick up of 46 yards. Now, faking the give. That is caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Saints.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here comes White. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second and 7. Looking to throw. McCarthy. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started.
41-yard line.
Trap 60. Ready? 60 Maverick. 60 19 Lions. Ready?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man, it's Jameson Williams. He's still on his feet, and he will go all the way. Jameson Williams. Touchdown, New Orleans. On for the PAT is Aubrey. His kick is good, and the Saints extend it to a 21-6 advantage. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here comes White. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. On first and 10, it's McCarthy. First comes, they're setting up the screen, and that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
At the 22-yard
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
Ready? 19 Tiger.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's caught by Gibbs. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Let's go. Check. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Trap 60. Ready?
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. He's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
He'll try to set up the screen here. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Head to 60.
To the air once more is McCarthy. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
3rd and 11.
Head to 60. Liking 8-7-5.
McCarthy gonna look to throw again. The pressure too much, and he goes down.
It's 4th down.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. Here's Bryce Baringer now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. To return, it's Shaheed. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return.
1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Ready, break.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
60 Bobcat. Get it. 70 Lions. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8. Down to the line now on 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
60 Eagles. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Field, it's caught on that left sideline. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
They'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Hawk 70. Trap 60. Let's go.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's right side and brought in by Williams. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Well, here's the chance to cap off a great half. They have it 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Ready up.
From the 1. second and goal.
Seven. Here we go.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. His second touchdown of this first half. Aubrey now for the extra point. And maybe a wrench thrown in the operation there. Snap wasn't great. Kick is pulled. It is no good. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. KaVontae Turpin on the return. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and...
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
You know, Mike, we all understand that the NFL is a passing league, but typically, when you're backed up this close to your own goal line, you tend to want to keep it on the ground for this very reason. Not only does the play result in a turnover, but now your defense has to go out there and defend a short field.
So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. First and goal. Here's a run. He will score again. Touchdown, New Orleans. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here's Turpin. They'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And mark them down up beyond the 30. Now his timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up first and 10. Once again, it's Gibbs. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. Now whistlers. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. Two first downs have them up to the 44-yard line. It's first and 10. Here's a handoff to Gibbs. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
On the return, the Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
ready. Set. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 39 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 32 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And that is Hunt in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Saints. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here's Turpin. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line.
On the return, the Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Now McCarthy. Finding Nakua on the slant. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
McCarthy to the air on second down. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And the Cowboys.
A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. They convert on him quickly. They'll only get a couple. That's Henry To'oTo'o on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Check out.
They hand it to Gibbs. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. Third and short, fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
On first down, it's White, and he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
They'll work now on second and 4.
Liking 18. Let's go. Liking 18. Bronco 80.
On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Here's a third down and 4.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Mustang 19. 70 Lions.
Now Gibbs. And he will have a Cowboys first down. Although it didn't appear he got by much, he needed 4, and that's what he got to convert 3rd and 4.
First down.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
Ready? Come on, set!
They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
At the 19-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
No.
Here's Gibbs. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happy. Gonna lose a yard.
After that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Go!
On 3rd down, they go with Gibbs. And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's McCarthy. That is caught at the 3. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Well, they get on the board. That pads the individual stats. Makes mom and dad happy, but, Greg, we have seen stranger things. You never know.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing right now, Mike, aside from the scoreboard, oftentimes in the NFL, you learn more about your team in moments like this than you do when everything's going well. So I think this coach is paying real close attention to which one of his guys are going to continue to fight.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. He'll say no to the extra point. He'll go for 2.
Will line up for the 2-point conversion.
18 Rattler. 18 Pioneer. Check up.
Working out of the shotgun. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Henry To'oTo'o. Accelerating toward midfield. Inside the 20. And he takes it back all the way. How about a pick 2 if you prefer? The play backfires for the offense in a big way. Maybe they're starting to count how many possessions do I have left. They're going to try to get another one with an onside kick here.
It's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the 3rd quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut into this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
Tag! 66, 19 tight, 19 tight. Mustang 19.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
19, Cougar 19, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Wells, another catch for his favorite target. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that was a first down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
Dragon 60. Let's go. Steady.
He'll drop to throw. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Ready, 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 ready.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one intercepted. And the Cowboys will take over here at their own 12.
Even though that interception, it probably won't have much of an impact on the outcome of the game, but at least defensively it gives them something positive to build off of, because up until that point, this game's been a struggle.
Rocco switch, Rocco switch. After 60, after 60. Let's go.
A run here with Gibbs. And that is really well read defensively. They get him down back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And a much better result here. Give them 7, and it sets up third down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
To the air on third down is McCarthy. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw, it's McCarthy. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. 15 yards through the air. First down, Cowboys.
And this completion certainly won't be changing the outcome of the game by any means, but I do think there is something to be said for teams that continue to fight. They continue to try to at least finish this game and have something to build off of going into next week.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Swing this one out to White. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
On 3rd and a yard, it's McCarthy. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
And with that sack, it should put an end to what's been a very promising drive up until this point. Great job of bend without breaking. Get yourself off the field when the opportunity presented itself.
The offense staying out there for this fourth down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he's going to have to eat this one, and down he goes. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go. Go.
Back to throw. Open man downfield is Loveland. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 39 yards.
Buffalo 18. Here we go. Here we go.
Saints.
Hawks 70. 79 Broncos. 19 Lions. Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. He'll go right back to Loveland. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight. Bronco is ready.
He'll look to throw. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Ready, set.
Second and goal.
Hawks 70. Hawks 70. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
A look to the end zone, and it's broken up. Incomplete. There was no space, no separation that time. That's going to bring it to third and goal.
Mustang 19. Let's go now. Ready, ready.
They'll look to throw. He's got his big tight ends. Holston Loveland. Touchdown, New Orleans. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. On the return, here comes White. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. First down, here's McCarthy. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jahmyr Gibbs out of the backfield. And it'll be second down.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Ready.
From the gun, here's Gibbs. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration, and bring him down for a loss.
Cowboy 80. Track at 60. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long.
Buffalo 80. Buffalo 18.
From the gun, here's McCarthy. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on fourth. Going to give the ball over on down.
He isn't able to secure that grab through the contact, and they're quickly running out of possessions to get back into this game, Mike. I mean, their chance to come back was already slim to none, but Slim Meadow went just out the window as that ball hit the turf.
He's got it inside the 5. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the fourth.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. It's a toss play, left to Gibbs. Took that one outside, waiting for that cutback lane, but it never developed. No gain on the carry. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10.
Ready, check out.
On the ground, this is Gibbs. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. Now we'll get whistles, and they have signaled for a timeout. Curious there, not sure the logic, but one stoppage with 5 seconds to go. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So this one a win for the visiting Saints.